Hey everyone, welcome to Weekend Project. I'm Laura Lynn of the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop, and we're very happy to see you here today. Today we're working on something that's no sew involved. In fact, it's yarn and a stick from your yard, or a wooden spoon, or something, or a dowel, something like that. Something very, well, don't burn your wooden spoon. Just saying, that's not a good thing. There and there and there, apparently. So you could totally recycle something, or if you had a favorite wooden spoon that you wanted to recycle into something else and you wanted to make it as an art piece, this is something for you, okay? So what we're going to make here today is clearly your interpretation. I am using just regular yarn, the regular acrylic yarn, nothing fancy-pantsy at all, but you could use string, you could use cotton string, you could use, I'm sure probably a variety of different items to get the same effect. So, you know, keep your options open, you know, keep it, whatever. And we're gonna make these. So my goal was to make it as a feather, but Munchkin and Pop said it kind of looks like a leaf as well. So hey, I'll go with that as long as they said leaf or a feather. So I'm like, yay, hey, whatever. At least we achieved something. So this is one, and I would like to make each of my nieces as well as my sister and my sisters and my nephew, something very similar like this to kind of represent my mom, okay? So this is one, okay, and they're gonna be different and stuff from the yard. Right now I've got a blue one done here, and I'll show you how I get there from point A to point B, okay? So I just went and grabbed a stick from the yard. It was a fight with Sophie, let me tell you. So I'll show you how I got there. This is a strip. I'm not going to make it very big. It's going to be a little bit bigger than this one in the end, but you'll see how it goes. What do I have here? I have I don't know what 20, 36 inches of yarn, and you just want to take it doubled up and then just literally loop it over itself so it's going to stay on the stick. Okay, just like that. Very easy. Okay, just loop in right like that. Just loop over. And then you're going to work on it like this. So you're going to take strips. I did a two-tone on this one with the green and the blue just to kind of play with colors. So I just literally did a row of green, row of blue, row of green. And then when it came down to the bottom here, I just kind of just did green, just to kind of give it a neat little effect to it. So here, let's put that there. Okay. So, and of course this is actually a stick that we picked up off the beach in Charlottetown, and it's actually for Pop's seahorse wall hanging. I just need to make the straps to go with it because of course it sits a little bit different, so the straps are going to be a bit of a different size to be able to put that out there. So I was like just showing you examples of what you could go and grab. I mean, there's lots of fallen branches down. You could easily go pick something. So it doesn't have to be huge. It can be small, right? So, all right, so you take your strips of yarn, and you're going to measure them out whether you want these ones here, to see for this size right here. These I cut at 8 inches all the way and then ended up trimming it down to a point. These ones here I cut at about 6 inches and then trimmed down to make a point. So it's completely up to you. These ones have been about 5 inches, and of course you trimmed it around to make the feather part, and then of course you're fluffing it out with a comb, a dog brush, something fine enough to be able to break through those little strands to fluff it up like it was like, you know, when you take your hair out of a braid or something that gets all get that fluffy, permy looky sort of thing. And then with all the extra bits, you can do some fiber art. So, I mean, this is like two projects in one. All right, so once you have this, just kind of, I wouldn't say tie tight, but you can adjust things as you're moving it before you tie a knot at the bottom. So start off with blue, start off with white, doesn't matter. This one I did singles, a single strip of each. This one I did doubles, and I found it went a whole lot faster doing it by doubles. So you just take 2 of the same, fold them into like a little loop. Hopefully Munchkin can get in there with the close-up cam. And you're just going to literally place them under your project, and then you're going to make sure all those 4 little tails go between those two loops, okay? Just like that. Hopefully you can see that on both sides there, okay? And then you're just going to tug a little tighter and flip it, and then move it up. You can left or right, right to left, doesn't really matter. So, scoot it up so it's up there, and you're just going to keep doing that and repeat, repeat, repeat. So, and I'll keep doing that so you can he can get focused in on at least one of the cameras so you can really see of how this comes together. So just the two loops together, the two edges together, place it under the yarn that you're going to be working with, and then make sure when you reach your fingers through, you're getting all four on the other side. Okay, so this one's going to go on this side, and that just helps build out both sides. And you can scoot it up. Give yourself some room first, because you can be able to scoot it up when you're done, and you want it nice and snug and tight. So we're going to do this as a blue and white combo. All right. So we'll do the same thing with the white. Take the two strips, fold the two ends together, place it under and over, and pull tight and snug up. Not like super duper tight. I mean, enough that you can be able to maneuver it, okay? Scoot it down, scoot it up, fluff it up, whatever you may need to do to, maybe you may have to shift it on the stick a little bit, so don't go all snuggly wuggly at first, okay? It just ends up being really easy just like that. Okay? I'm just going to do a few and chat, and hopefully you can see it and get an idea of how easy and very, very fun. You could have it as a favorite leaf in the yard. Everybody gets a rainbow, color, whatever. You can do it in just plain white. You can do it in gray. Make it as a beautiful art statement. I think for my sister Elizabeth and my sister Lisa, I think I'll do more of grays and white colors. I was doing the colors more for my nieces. So, because I don't know. I thought it was like grandma and them. I don't know. It's a little weird. It is what it is. I guess it's just a dealing and healing process, right? Dealing and healing. So hope everybody's well, and you're not completely canceling Easter, because that doesn't seem very fair to the family. We have a ham, and we have some vegetables, and it'll just be the three of us. And that's it. That's all. We're happy we're together. We're happy we're well. There's no issues here. We've been keeping and following the rules, been sticking to our own property and only going out when absolutely bare necessities are necessary. So, as the song goes, Mr. Baloo has it right. The simple bare necessities. That's all you need. So, yeah, it was like literally post office, grocery store. I need to go blue. Okay, I was doing... And like I say, it goes much faster, but depending on the thickness of your yarn, you may only want to do one. So, I mean, it's completely up to you. You can make it a mix, you can make it a rainbow, you can do it as a solid color. There's so many different ways to be able to play and have fun with this little project idea, right? So, it's just a little fun, macrame with yarn, or making a leaf and a feather via macrame. Because that's what macrame is all about, is just a bunch of knots. Just a bunch of knots. Yeah, looking forward to tomorrow, which are our stream. I was going to say 12 hour, but that's not until I think we decided the 25th of April. Was going to be the 12 hour, the next 12 hour for the April month. So yes. No, we're going to actually finish off the half square triangle bag. So hopefully you get a chance to come and hang out with us and partake in this adventure of busting the half square triangles. And I think what was the total count in the end was like 675 or something like that. So that's a lot. That's a lot of half square triangles in a bag. Now, if you really wanted more in-depth color, like this one here, you could easily just do one each, right? You can really kind of get in and see the detail there. It's only one little loop over of each color to make that one almost like a row, trying to simulate a row. So, and I think, you know, with another string from here to hang it up on the wall, whether, you know, it hangs in the hallway or, you know, next to, you know, a picture that means something, you know, I don't know. I was just feeling it. I was feeling the love of my missing mom. But this has kept me out of trouble for a little while, let me tell you. And I've had fun making it, and I thought it was a good idea, and I was hoping it would work out in my mind with this yarn, because I you know, that's pretty much all I had on hand. So I was hoping I didn't have to split each one before I ended up having to do this sort of action with it, right? So yeah, and in no time at all, you'll see once you get all, oops, okay, see, that's what I mean. You got to make sure all your four little ends are together. Okay, you'll see that it builds up quite, you know, quite fast, I guess, you know, especially if you're doing 2 by 2. It's definitely much faster than the 1 by 1. Okay, and then you're going to end up squishing it up, and you'll end up taking it all the way down to however far you want to make it. So you got to think these strips are a little bit shorter, so you'd only kind of make it down to maybe about there. So this one will end up being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 inches long. And then this one here is going to hang there, and that's, you know, well, obviously it'll snug up a little bit more, so that's about like 6 or 7 inches long. So I think those two will look very nice next to each other as a finished project. So once you get this done to here, like to the part where you're finished with it and you're loving it and everything else like that, you're going to want to tie a little knot at the bottom, the leaders that you've pretty much folded everything over, or looped everything over. And then you're just going to take a little comb and you're just going to like give it a little style sort of thing, little fluff, little wash and fluff. No, not wash. And just do it slowly. And it doesn't take very long if you just kind of concentrate on one section at a time. It goes a little bit faster with an animal brush, like a hairbrush, dog hairbrush. And then once you get it to the point where you're satisfied with the fluffies, like this, that part, you give it a little trim, and make sure you're happy with wherever it is on the stick, or you know, whatever you're going to put it on. Okay. You know, you could have something that's special in your family that's like a dowel or a stick or something like that, and you kind of want to honor a family member, or make a feather or a leaf for each family member, right? You know, just hold it and just kind of work it. Be patient. Be patient. Don't stress out. Don't freak out. Just be a little patient. And you're going to get all sorts of fuzzies. That's why this was coming in handy. I'm like, oh, nice. Fiber collection. All right, now I'm going to have some white to go with it, besides the green and the blue. But I'm going to make one of these for each of my nieces and my nephew James. And then I'm going to do something a little bit bigger and a little bit different, but something very similar to this for my sisters. And that's just going to, I don't know, you know, feather that she's up in heaven. Okay. And just take it, you know, get a dollar store, a couple of combs or something like that, and just work at it, and sooner or later you end up making it the way you like it. Okay, and if you say you wanted it that short, you just kind of, you know, shape it like that, and you got yourself a little feather. So, you know, you can always just scoot things along. And this one I ended up tying a little safety knot at the bottom, but I kind of squished things together, so I'm able to come in here and loop it through if I wanted to be able to hang this. Okay, I'm just going to hang it over the knot at the moment. So, and that just makes your beautiful little feather or leaf or what have you, little hanging. So I think it goes much better with something from the yard. So maybe if you go on a little hike, if you don't have any trees in your yard, and you can come across something that's usable and compatible, make sure it's not too broken, because mine half broke off before I was added. I was going to have 3 on this one. It's okay. It happens. All right. So thank you everybody for watching, liking, and subscribing. We greatly appreciate it here at the Mama Pop Quilt Shop. And we will see you tomorrow, Saturday, at the live stream. And we're going to finish the bag. All right. So take care. Big hugs, everybody. And that's what we're working on. Bye.